Good morning, beautiful people. It is Sunday. I have so much energy right now because I just drank a lot of coffee. About to drink more. I want to bring you guys through a lot of different things on this day, but first I should probably get ready. I washed my face, but I didn't do anything else, so much better. I don't really wear any makeup. I've never really talked about this before. Literally, I'm not good at being girl. Not good at being girly. I kind of just like to get up and go, so all I do for my makeup is I have liquid eyeliner, put a little bit on, do my eyebrows. Could definitely use some tips. If you have tips for me on my eyebrows, please let me know. Mascara, maybe a tiny bit of eyeshadow, a little bit of white eyeshadow in the corners. That's it. And things I want to go over today, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. I want to show you how I prep for the week, which is actually going to be legit this time because I have nothing cooked. So I'm going to show you how to prep, sprinkle that stuff in, tell you about my up and coming plans as far as really just getting my life structured in some sense, because this past couple weeks I've felt very unproductive, very all over the place, which is fine because it happens and it's life and I'm learning. But I will tell you what I've learned about recently, and then I'll walk you through what I'm trying to do myself for this week. Sunday, so this is the day to get everything ready. I also have check-ins with all my clients today, so gonna do that. And then I also have a couple injuries that I need to get taken care of, so I'm gonna go see my good dear friend Jess, and she's gonna fix me. So lots of stuff on the agenda today, but it's gonna be a very good day. So let's get going. I want to show you the first thing that I am prepping right now. My carb sources. So instead of just microwaving my potatoes, which is the usual, I just realized that I'm not eating potatoes.
I mean,
change of plans. We're gonna take a walk.
Probably look so tired on that thing.
You look tan though.
Oh no, I look like a
Yours a little greasy. Somebody singing your music.
Someone is singing.
But, side note, I just realized that I don't have potatoes on my diet anymore. He might, now that he's not competing anymore. But I'm still going to show you guys how to make it, because you can have it. Time to walk.
But you ran away, so.
What do you have for sugar-free? Just vanilla and cinnamon?
Vanilla and sugar-free cinnamon.
Okay, I always check anyway. Can I have 1 cup of each in a half decaf? What time is it, bub?
It's a hearty breakfast time. That was my one rule today. Have yourself a hearty breakfast. So being basic, pumpkin seed, pecan granola with pumpkin. Pumpkin yogurt.
We did walk to the store. We're so active today. We just walked for like an hour and a half, but had a great client phone call. So someone's starting this week. And if you guys do have questions about coaching or anything, I haven't talked about it as much on here, but I still do one-to-one online coaching, training, diet, all the way through your program. Whatever your goals are, that's what defines the time frame. So if you guys have questions, I'll put my email in the description as always. But you're gonna see a little bit of both today, prep and non-prep. So Brian is gonna come out of his show, start to vary his diet a little bit more, still being like macro conscious and friendly and whatever for now. But I'll be on prep making breakfast. He's no longer on prep making breakfast, and so I'll show you a little bit of what he makes and what I make. So let's get to it. this is my typical breakfast. I think I've had this breakfast for the past like 4 videos. It's a whole egg, egg whites, veggies, and a little bit of greens on the bottom. So let's see. Once Brian takes his Instagram photo, his breakfast looks really good. What do we got?
I have 3 pieces of Ezekiel bread toast. There's a little bit of peanut butter on there, but just enough for flavor, so I'm not trying to go overboard. It's about 6 ounce egg whites with 1 piece of tomato basil, cheese, delicious, and then per coach's request, some Greek yogurt, low calorie Greek yogurt, not trying to go overboard, granola, and some fruit mixed in. So this is my breakfast for the day. I'm not gonna eat too much food beyond this. Like this is just the base of it all.
I want to give you guys a little bit of insight on ketchup. Because I used to put this on literally everything. Because I was like, it's ketchup. It's not that calorie dense. It's fine. It doesn't count. But a tablespoon of regular ketchup actually has 20 calories. And all from sugar. There's nothing else in it but sugar. 5 carbs, 4 sugar. You do the math. So,
and who's just using 1 tablespoon?
Nobody just uses 1 tablespoon. So my advice is switch out your ketchup for low sugar ketchup. It's 5 calories instead of 20. This is for Brian. I started to use it, but then I got triggered, so now I can't use it anymore. Now it's time to get some PT done. I'm going to see my good girl Jess. My girl Jess. Good girl. She's gonna fix me up. I'm pretty broken right now. So we're getting mentally prepared for the pain. But
like you drew it or
this is Jess.
Hi.
Making those. This leg already feels so much better. It's in cups now, chilling.
Back to that one.
Carrying that one. So one of my favorites is a wall slide. We're gonna put our hands through the bend, make it number 11. That requires us to put a little bit of external rotation in the shoulder to put tension on the skin. And you keep your arms exactly the same the whole time. Go ahead and slide all the way up the wall and don't let that happen. You really want to fight to push the wrists out, wrists out, wrists out the whole time. Nice. This is a mobility exercise to open up the pecs and the chest and to make sure that we're not stealing extension from our low back. We're getting all the extension through the thoracic. So this is just a little breather in between the shoulder exercises to open things back up.
Hello, so back. I've been home for a little bit. I actually thought I left the camera in the car, so I didn't show you, but I'll show you guys what I've been working on in just a second. It's actually really exciting, so it makes me feel at ease with moving forward. Recap, worked with Jess. I feel so much better. I'm definitely already really sore from the work she did, but I've had rotator cuff issues. Those exercises you just saw were her teaching me what to do to warm up my rotator cuff because I've been neglecting rotational movements and really been focusing on lateral movements with my shoulder. So all those little muscles in there aren't getting utilized and it's imbalanced. So that's what causes me that clicking and burning pain in my shoulder when I do pressing movements. Highly recommend cupping and Graston for any of you athletes who are experiencing pain and kind of just like pushing it by the wayside. But anywho, so next thing that I'm prepping for this meal prep for the week, I'm kind of separating this a little bit. So I cooked some potatoes earlier and now I'm gonna work on some protein sources. Step 1, chicken breast. Be cooking it on the skillet, but gonna pan cook some chicken with real-time chicken Kroger seasoning. So I'm gonna cook some ground beef too. Steak seasoning. So this is gonna take probably not too long. I'll see you probably speed up this next clip and show you the finished product. Chicken. Probably need a bigger Tupperware container. Literally takes no time at all. So I got chicken, steam, and beef. That's the other family pack of chicken. Then I will show you how to complete it. So I'm gonna eat and show you this. So what I have been doing is actually scheduling out my week. It's really hard to either be productive or feel productive if you don't have a schedule. You might be being super productive, but you don't feel like it, because when you have your own business, you always feel like there is more to do. There's always more work to be done. There's always more you can do. So actually scheduling it out and then getting those things done, feeling accomplished is really, really important, especially for your mental state. So see, what I have done is my nails are dirty. Gross. So I have scheduled out, at the top is like my overall goal for the day, so like, or more of like my focus for the day. So for Mondays, I have all my client calls. I usually have them all check in on Sundays, like send their reports, but then I actually call them, FaceTime them on Mondays, have their check-ins. That's at the forefront of my mind on Mondays. But as far as like my actual schedule goes, everything that is this like red color is something for RagoFIT specifically, or for the growth of my business. But the blue stuff is stuff that is for me, that is non-negotiable. So every day I'm gonna wake up and create my schedule for the day at 7:45 a.m. Hopefully you can't hear that plane going by outside. But then I got fasted cardio, showering, and eating. I used to do this with a paper planner, and honestly, I just would write in it when it was great for school because I used paper notebooks all the time, but now that everything's on the computer, having this on Google Calendar is really, really helpful. And then it goes right to my phone, so it'll also notify me when I have a phone call coming up, and it's all attached. So I'm actually just using the desktop version right now. I usually use my phone. People can schedule with me in there, and then it tells me that someone's scheduled with me. It's awesome. So tips for organization for entrepreneurs. There you go. Or for anybody, honestly. If you do this on paper and you're in school, that's fine. It really helps with your mental clarity and feeling productive, feeling like you've gotten everything accomplished, as opposed to just endless to-do lists and sticky notes and all of that. So hopefully you can take this and use it. Let me know if that was helpful. I can talk about this stuff more often. Usually I don't, because I feel like I'm a crazy person. But if it's actually helpful, let me know. Oh my god. Just thinking about the pain of like what my lower back would feel. Oh my gosh. So had a quick little check-in with my coach there, which is good because we needed to check in really, really bad because he wasn't sure how serious my injuries were and stuff. So I feel really good after talking to him. I know that we're aiming for some top call-outs for nationals, seeing what we can do. I know that my body needs more muscle maturity, but I know that's going to come with time, and I'm doing absolutely everything that I can. When you get to this point where you are very serious about this sport, you don't even see other options. Like, you see yourself winning, you don't see anything that gets in your way at all. So I feel so much better today. My shoulder feels better, my hip feels better, so I feel like this vlog is going to be really, really long. Back home, edited a YouTube video, finished up the work that I had scheduled today for the most part. I think actually for all of it, which is exciting. So showed you guys my scheduling out earlier, and it actually was effective today, which was good. So I'm taking the family pack of chicken and I'm going to crock-pot it with, so I'm going to put just this packet in here. You do not need any water. Unpopular opinion, I don't put any water in my Crockpot chicken. I just put the seasoning in the chicken. So, sorry about that. It is the next day. And I do want to finish out this meal prep video even though my camera died and I didn't get to show you everything. So I did end up cooking brown rice. I think I already had white rice made, but ended up cooking other meats. So I'll show you the whole setup. So this is what I do at the beginning of the week, because I am not one who likes to prep out every single meal for every single day, because I eat 6 meals a day. So for me, 1, that's a lot of Tupperware. 2, I don't like doing that because by the end of the week your meals get kind of gross, if you ask me. So a lot of people will do the full week or freeze it, or they will do 3 days in advance. Whatever suits your fancy and works the best for your life, but this is what works the best for mine. I do big portions of carbs, veggies, proteins, and then I pull from them as I need them. So if I'm home, I'll pull from them like for each meal, and if I'm going out to a coffee shop or if I have a busy day, like this weekend, then I'll bring my full day of meals in a lunchbox or something like that. But I'll prep it either the night before or in the morning. This is what we ended up with. This ended up getting pretty much eaten yesterday. But the beef that you saw me cook, I cooked it with table seasoning the table seasoning blend and onions. The grilled chicken I made, I cooked this with Grill Mates chicken seasoning. And then this is something else I cooked. 99% lean ground turkey with taco seasoning. And then this is what you saw me put in the crock pot. So this is what the final product was, shredded chicken with chive onion seasoning. It's moist, it's delicious, and it's a lot. So this will last me and Brian the whole week, between this and the other chicken, which might sound crazy, but yes, we eat that much chicken. And then as far as carb sources, you guys saw me steam these potatoes. When Brian has them for breakfast is when he'll pull from this and actually like saute them. White rice and brown rice, those are my carb choices right now. For me right now, I'm really, really close to my show, so that's the only reason that I'm having just these 2 rices as carb sources. I'm also having oatmeal 1 to 2 times a day, but that is strictly because I am in competition prep, not because those are the only carbs you should eat or can't eat. So, and then lastly, I ran out of spinach, but I usually just keep a few bags of loose leaf spinach raw. Adds volume. I'll have a bag of lettuce that I pull a little bit from to add volume too, because a lot of the times I'm having chicken and rice and veggies and I want to just boost that volume up, kind of like convince my brain that I'm eating a whole lot more, which I am. It's just not a lot more calories. Broccoli, and then there's some cauliflower in the fridge. We just steam that in our rice cooker. It's really quick. We use the frozen veggies. And then I also have cucumbers. So cucumbers are super easy. I just cut them up, don't have to cook them. Makes life easy. Things I eat throughout the week that don't have to prep would be like almond butter, which I have before I work out. It helps with blood flow. Has amino acids in it. It's awesome. Tastes good. D's natural. The best. Berries, frozen. I also don't like frozen berries as much as I like fresh berries. So what I do is I buy fresh strawberries and then I freeze them. Because I'm eating like a very small amount when I have them. So I won't go through a whole package of fresh berries before they go bad. So that's why I freeze them and then I just heat them up and use them as I please. So if you're one who has veggies or fruits that go bad often because you don't eat that much of them, put them in the freezer. Also makes awesome smoothies, and if I was having smoothies right now, I would definitely make ice cream, like strawberry ice cream out of that. You guys, if you haven't seen my last video, I will link it because I made the best protein ice cream. It actually came out like the consistency of ice cream, but this is like the grand how I overall prep my food and the best way that works for me. So if you want to copy it, do it, and just add a little bit more variety if you want, or keep it simple. This is all you really need. If you want more, you can have more. So thank you for watching this video and sticking it out with me. And hopefully you got something about this, whether it was my way I prep or whether it's how I schedule my day. I think that's going to be great, but I'll definitely recap that once I go through a full week of doing that way of scheduling my day and let you guys know. So I appreciate you all very much. I've been getting some awesome feedback and support, and I can't even express how happy that makes my heart. Whatever you're doing, crush it. If you're doing cardio right now, finish out that damn session and kill it. I'll talk to you guys in the next vlog.